Yep. I'm gonna be honest though. Learning to accept things for what it was definitely hard for me. I'm not gonna lie. Learning to accept things for what it was. And now I'm just trying to understand, like, why though? Like, why was it so difficult for me to accept things for what it was? I don't know. Cause like if y'all go to one of my recent videos, y'all would see where I had talked about what happened to me like when I was a child. And now that I like be thinking about it, I be trying to see why was it so difficult for me to accept like why that I'm just trying to see why it was hard for me to accept that it happened to me, especially like with me being young and like me not having no control over the woman who did those things to me. Like, I'm trying to see why it was hard for me to accept it. I don't know. Maybe it's because like whenever I realized or I thought that there was something that I could have done, and just forgetting that I was a child, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But I know for a fact it's like when you do learn to accept things for what it is, I do realize that it can help you. Because for one, it helped me though. Cause it's like when you don't accept things for what it is, it's like it's you holding on to something that's, how can I put it? I feel like it's like you holding on to something that's like, okay, like say you're walking and you have like you have like this heavy ass weight that's tied to you. It's tied to you like with a rope and you just walking and it's like keeping you from moving basically. That's how I feel like that's what that type of thing do to you. Like whenever you holding on to something that you really shouldn't be holding on to. I mean, cause like at this point, I understand everything happens for a reason. But I definitely know that learning to accept things for what it is would definitely help you. Cause it's like, what's the point? It's like, what's the point? But even like, I'm still learning to do that, like in certain aspects. Like for example, like learning to accept people for who they are. Cause I'm still struggling with that a little bit. But I don't know. Well, I'm starting to understand why I'm kind of struggling with that, because it's like learning to accept people for who they are is just, I don't know, man. So one of the reasons why it's difficult for me is because like when you're not used to certain characteristics, you get what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. It's like, I don't know. I think that's what it is truly for me. It's like me not being used to certain characteristics. I'm gonna say that for sure. But I know I'm still learning with that shit though. Learning to accept people for who they are. Yep. And I know you can't, it's not, I feel like it's nobody's responsibility to like change someone, you know? But I'm definitely with accepting things for what it is and learning to accept people for who they are. And that's what. But I'm definitely still learning with that. Now I'm not trying to say like when negative things do happen to you, to just like forget about it. No, because I do like know that it takes time. But the only thing that I'm saying is to just learning to accept it, that happened to you. You get what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Cause like the best I can give y'all is like when I just mentioned what happened to me when I was a child. Like, I'm not saying that it was like hard to forget, but it was just hard to accept it so that I was able to move on. Because I feel like that's the first steps though. Like when negative things do happen, I feel like that's one of the first things you need to do in order to like heal from that, is to accept it. Accept it first, and just knowing that, like, this is just based on my situation. So I had to accept it first, and I had to understand that, you know, I was a child, and then understand that things happen for a reason. So it's like now you have to kind of just look back and just like ask yourself, what did you get from that though? Like, well, it's not what did you get from it, but it's like just realizing like how did it affect me in today's time. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely think that learning to accept things and learning to accept people for who they are is like, I think that's top tier. Because I know if you don't, I feel like it'll just affect you in certain ways. And I feel like people don't even realize that. You get what I'm saying? Because I think it starts in your childhood. I think it starts there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's just a lot of things that happen to people and it just affect them in their daily life. And most don't even realize that shit. And then I feel like especially like how you treat other people, I feel like that childhood plays a role. It just depends on how you grow up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, gotta learn to accept, man. Accept and just let go. Cause it'll just help you move on overall. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm just thinking about the things that that was hard for me. Besides the situation that happened to me when I was a child, I'm just thinking about other situations. But yeah. And so like, I want y'all to put down in the comments right now, like what are some ways to kind of just, or no, why do you feel like it's important to accept things that happen to you? And why do you feel like it's important to accept people for who they are? I want y'all to put that down in the comments right now. Because whoever watches this video, they might need that. They might need that, man. Cause I know y'all gonna be able to put some things down that I could have said or that I didn't mention. You know what I'm saying? So I wanna try to do that right now. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. But yeah.